Yo, what's up, everyone? Howdy. Happy Thursday. Happy 420. If you're into that, I'm personally not, but no shame in anyone's game. But hope all is well, guys. Good to see you. Another Thursday, man. It's the off week for the Two Reels for Feels podcast. So I like to do live stream. Basically just winging it on my own, just talking about stuff that's going on. And I guess I kind of just consider it like a mini podcast. It's the cult classic Cage Twilight Zone. So there we go. That's definitely my jam right there. I'm a big fan of the OG Twilight Zone. That is very influential. But what's good with y'all? Rocky is number one. Numero uno in the chat. What's good with you, Rocky? He said, I got a lot of things to get off my chest. I'm not gonna hold back. No holds barred, bro. Homie always comes through. Ready to throw hands. Yo, I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it, boy. I did throw up a poll because I'm just generally curious. Choose your main, your big, out of the big three fighters, choose your fighter. That's fairly simple. But we're gonna get into like the Street Fighter talk because I did catch the live stream Capcom had today. But Deathmaster, what's good with you, bro? You said search and destroy. Uh-oh. We out here to search and destroy. It's good to see you. You said Street Fighter on a whole other level. It was definitely interesting what I seen. I cannot front with you, man. They definitely got some heat. Alex Receival, it's good to see you. Drake Williams, it's good to see you. Sailor Mercury, what's good? Sailor Mercury says the popcorn eating intro is hilarious. Yes, I had that little snarky, that little snarky face eating popcorn. But I think this is the first. Is this the first time I played the intro music for a live stream? It might be on YouTube. I mean, but shout out to Zeno, the producer that made the music for me, man. Zeno, the producer, is an amazing guy. Totally was like, hey, I want to make you some music. What are you inspired by? And I shot him a couple of songs and came up with this, and I love it. It's freaking awesome. I hope you guys get hyped for the stream. Whenever you do hear that music, that is the overall goal, to get y'all hyped, to get me hyped. And I think that song does it pretty damn well. So shout out to Zeno, the producer, on that front. Butch says it's 420. Yo, Butch, you rolled up. Happy Thursday, guys. And Deathmaster wants to get things going. He ain't playing around. I respect that. Spencer Polly, what's good with you, fam? Where's the Paradise City's late to the party? Bro, we've only just begun, sir. Only just begun. Slave 4K, what's good with you, fam? Always showing love. Oh, man. Shout out to Slave 4K. He be doing his thing on YouTube as well. Definitely show the homie some love. He's a good dude. Sailor Mercury says, I don't like Tekken. MK has been hit and miss, but Street Fighter has great characters, in my opinion. I think that's a fair assessment. Tekken is like one of those things you have to be okay with 3D. That's like a whole other level to it. I think that Tekken does have great characters as well. There's some absolutely memorable characters that I adore from Tekken. I think there's characters, like, genuinely, when it comes to, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter, there's so many great characters there that really shine, even in some of the shittiest of entries for each franchise. Because each franchise has had its hits and its misses, but still remains some of the best fucking characters that I find so memorable, So on that front, it's so hard to choose. I mean, to be fair though, I'm hardly a fucking casual when it comes to fighting games. I'm casual as shit. I don't know what I'm doing. It's mostly the whole button mashing thing, but I love the lore of shit, Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. I love the lore for all of them because I think that they have some of the greatest video game characters ever created. So on that front, man, all respect to all the fighters. Spencer says, was always a Mortal Kombat guy from the arcade to the 3D era. Yo, my first console game was Mortal Kombat Trilogy. My first one. That and Knockout Kings. So those were my jam, bro. Those were my jam. I was like, I just didn't. At that point, I had played Mortal Kombat Trilogy at my cousin's house, and I saw that they had Liu Kang. I didn't know who Liu Kang was, but I knew who he was based off of because I was obsessed with Bruce Lee as a little kid. Like that was always my dude, and I'm like, yo, this guy sounds just like Bruce Lee, fights just like Bruce Lee. That's my fucking dude right there. And I would obsessively play as Liu Kang. And that's what kind of got me like into Mortal Kombat. I ended up watching the movie, and I really, really loved the movie, the OG 95 flick. Really fun stuff, man. Really fun stuff. It was always so exciting to be a fan of gaming back in those days when I knew nothing. When I knew nothing. And I would go to Toys R Us and just look at the covers of games. And that was how I'd decide if I wanted the game or not. I would look at the cover, look at the back, be like, hey, this shit look kind of flames. And most of the time it was pretty damn good. It was rare when I brought home a stinker just by looking at the cover and the back of the case. Yo, Big Cloud, what's good with you, bro? Big Bird, what's up, fam? Good to see you, bro. Mercury says, yeah, the story and characters are what grabbed me. Not really that into the actual fighting mechanics themselves. Yeah, I can't really. I have like ADHD when it comes to video games. Like it's so hard for me to put a long period of time consistently to a game. Like I have to switch it up. I have to keep I'll come around to it again. You know, I have like my circle of games that I circle around at any given time. Like right now I'm playing fucking Mafia 2, Hogwarts Legacy, Crab Champions. What else? Let me pull up the shit. I can't even remember all the shit that I'm playing right now. I'm playing so much stuff. Fortnite, obviously, Vampire Survivors. Like I'm circling all these games because I am the biggest fucking asshole on planet Earth, guys. Okay? That's just what it boils down to. I am the biggest fucking asshole on planet Earth. I'm also working on Mafia. I'm playing. Here's how fucked up my mind is. I am playing both Mafia Remake and Mafia 2 simultaneously. That's the special kind of asshole that I am. I can't help myself, y'all. I really can't. These are games that I do genuinely love. And overall, man, it's about having fun. It's about having fun, and that's what I've been doing. Getting my gaming in, having fun. Chilling with the homies, play golf with your friends here and there with the homies. Man, just have fun with your games. You know? That's why when I do talk out about games and companies with terrible business practices, it's because I want everyone to have fun with their games. You know? And when I see like modern day gaming is just constantly, they just try to take advantage of gamers, and they go out of their way to ruin the fun factor of games. Just to, their whole goal is to make you an addict for a certain game, just to dump all your money in. It's like what kind of aspect is that? It's like you don't necessarily want to make a good game. You just want to make a game that it is going to trigger one's mind to be entirely addicted. It's not necessarily a fun experience, but it is an addictive experience. And that to me, like, it is what they're going for with gaming. And it does kind of suck in that instance. But hey, man, if you're here, hit the like button, guys. Really appreciate y'all. Let me get through all this to say hi to everyone. Good all say Capcom vs. SNK on the Dreamcast. Love that game. Hey, that's what's up, bro. I had a Dreamcast for a month. Sadly. It was a sad day when I lost my Dreamcast. Had that butte for a month. It didn't last more than that, sadly. It didn't last. It was an accident. My Dreamcast, unfortunately, had befallen an accident. Big Bird says, chilling, enjoying the cloudy Thursday. If you feel me, hey. I ain't mad at you, bro. Do y'all's thing. Have fun on 420. Just overall, stay safe. That's all I ask. Stay safe. And if you here with me chilling, just, watching the stream, having a good day, you staying safe. It's all love, bro. It's all love. Yo, Hustle and Motivate, what's good with you, fam? Good to see you. Bush says you have ADHD, period. I'm convinced that I do. Have not seen any form of doctor for this, so I can't definitively say so, but I probably do. Who knows? I can't say for sure. I do have my moments that seem to prove that. Yo, Cannoli Sasquatch, what's good with you? Yo, Cannoli, apparently me and your wife, I believe, we're twins. So that's awesome. That is awesome. Shout out to Cannoli Sasquatch. He says, I'm the same, by the way. I switch between games a lot. There's also just so many to play. This is facts. Especially when you have, like, access to a bunch of other... Shit, I didn't even get into all the games I've been playing, GBA games I've been playing. Like, yo, I just grab my handheld and start playing GBA, bro. Them games never get old to me. They never get old. Sailor Mercury says I have a short attention span too. I can't even play games without having a podcast or YouTube stream on while I'm gaming. Yo, I feel you on that. Mafia franchise hits. Yo, the Mafia franchise, I appreciate it because it definitely it has always explored some mature discussions. It's so interesting, and honestly, I'm probably going to give Mafia 3 another playthrough. I think that I started playing it on my PC, and it's actually the best optimized of the 3 on PC. And I started playing it just to test out the water, see how it ran. I'm like, yo, maybe I could fuck with this. There's a lot of mature discussion in that game, though. So if you ain't about all that, then I wouldn't recommend it. But if you don't mind the mature discussion, there's going to be some, topics that are, very sensitive. Some people just, they ain't up for that. They want to have, fun. They want to play Fortnite. That's fine. I ain't mad at you. Just, know your lane. That's all I do ask. Know your lane. But Mafia 3 definitely, when I first played it, I was very disappointed. Very disappointed because on PS4, that game ran like dog shit. I was day one. I got like the $90 or $100 version of the game, and it was a giant pile of shit. It was an unoptimized giant pile of shit. Yeah, Deathmaster also switches between games. I can't help it. Sometimes I have to force myself to keep the disc in the disc drive, and I tell myself I'm not allowed to take this disc out until I beat the game. It be like that, man. I just circle through all sorts of games. I just want to have all sorts of experience. I'm excited to have all these experiences. It be like that. Miss sprite-based Street Fighter. Yo, I miss sprite-based Mortal Kombat. Yo, the sprites in Mortal Kombat trilogy, bro. This is my girl, my favorite Sonya Blade. She actually signed this. She said, to Cassie, keep fighting, Carrie Hoskins. Hey, that is my favorite Sonya. She's a fucking badass. And she's still like she's honestly always like genuinely beautiful. Like she was the perfect person to play Sonya. Like in great shape, looked like she could kick ass, like, all that shit. And she still, like, looks exactly the same today. It's pretty crazy, man. Shout out to Carrie Hoskins. Horizon Burning Shore is another PS5 exclusive. Michelle Romero, what's up? Salty Butterbags, it's good to have you here. Michelle says, first time catching you live. Oh, you're from Hypnotic? Yo, shout out to you, Michelle. I'm glad to see you here. You're obviously welcome. Welcome to the stream. Drew, what's up? Fierce Apathetic Black Queen, what's up? Fierce Apathetic Black Queen. I'm still planning to do the live stream for the film that you have requested. I have it written down. I'm going to try to get to that either this Sunday or next Sunday. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I have not. I promise I will get to that. It's just there's definitely things going on in the background that has kept me like keeping my weekends kind of open. Or trying to anyway. But I will obviously get to the film that you requested. That is a promise. Never been a Mafia fan, not my thing. That's completely fine, Oz. That's completely fine. Drew, it's good to see you. Lincoln Clay is one of my favorite characters. That's kind of the reason I do want to play that game, because I think Lincoln Clay is a very interesting character. Can only say Sasquatch said I've been playing the old school games on the Switch a lot lately. Good old days of game. Hey, yo, look, people shit on the Switch because it's outdated hardware. That's completely fine. Completely fine, I understand. But that library is insane. That is a library that spans a long ways. There's a lot of classics on there. There's a lot of games that you don't find. You can't find on the PS5 and Xbox on there. You know, for all the Switch's faults, Nintendo definitely got a nice platform there. I will say though, Nintendo is an asshole fucking company, especially if you want to experience playing their games and you don't have access to them. So Nintendo has been such a piece of shit lately when it comes to emulation, particularly emulating games that aren't even a thing anymore. So fuck Nintendo for that. No, I'll be keeping it 100. Canoli Sasquatch says, Mafia 4 coming out soon. I'm in treat, yo. Yo, I'm gonna be losing my shit. From what I'm hearing, it might be pre-Mafia 1, like history related shit. So that's interesting as hell. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a remake of Mafia 2. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind. It still plays just fine. I still enjoy playing it, given it's not the best optimized if you're playing the remaster, just so you know, but it's still very much playable for me. We don't need no pills for thrills. Yo, good shout out to you for that. Big versus Mafia 3 grows on you. I had to learn to love it. I do want to give it another chance, because I love the Mafia franchise, and I want to like Mafia 3. Unfortunately, when it came out day one, it was broken as shit. I was very, very upset about it. But guys, thank you guys for coming through, man. We're going to get into the topics. I just want to give my thoughts on Street Fighter real quick. This looks like it's a Street Fighter potentially for everyone. It'll be for me when Fei Long is in that bitch, but it looks like they definitely trying to cater to everybody. I hope that it manages to balance that as good as possible. It's very difficult to do something like that. I'm definitely going to try the beta. I'm excited to see, what's up, how it differs from Street Fighter 5. We'll see. I will say though, that whole create a character mode just totally reminds me of Judgment. I don't know if Judgment / Yakuza games. I don't know if you guys got that. I don't know if you guys got that feeling, but that's what I was thinking when I was watching all that go down. I will say though, I was laughing because they was like, yo, join Lil Wayne in our live stream discussing Street Fighter 6. All Lil Wayne all that motherfucker did was say, yo, what's good? Check out what we got going. And yo, thanks for coming through. Go play the beta. Peace out. That's literally all he did. Yo, that shit was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Judgment is beast. If you have not played Judgment, check that out. That story is insane. Insane story. One of the best stories I played in a really long time. Yo, G, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you. G says it's casual friendly. Hold down R2 and mash X. You ain't kidding, bro. You definitely ain't kidding. I don't like to play fighting games that way. And given I'm trash at fighting games. But you will not catch me using the really simplistic ways to play the fighting game. I'd rather get the shit kicked out of me than play the game gimped. That's just how I am. But let's see. Ooh, oh shit. Street Fighter winning by a lot up in here. And Tekken and Mortal Kombat, 20% each. Street Fighter is fucking y'all up. I will say this. Besides Street Fighter 5, to be fair, Street Fighter 5 was released in a situation where Capcom was at their lowest. They were on the cusp of not existing anymore. But Street Fighter is a fighting game that kind of pushes the fighting game genre forward. You can't argue that shit. They've been notorious for doing that shit. Street Fighter 4 kind of brought back the fighting game scene. Like, and I feel like potentially what Street Fighter 4 was back in the day could be what Street Fighter 6 is now. Am I gonna get Street Fighter 6 day one? Hell no. Personally, hell no. Because I just casually play and have my little fun and keep it moving. I'd rather get Street Fighter 6 when they like have put as much content in it as possible, and it's actually worth the price, because we know that Street Fighter 6 is gonna come out bare. That's just what it is. It always is like that. It always ends up being that way. So, I mean, you got your Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4. Like, yo, I'd rather wait as long as possible until, like, the game has, like, a decent amount of content, then I'll pick it up. I will say, the day they drop Fei Long is when I'm going to have to cop. That is probably when I'm going to have to cop. It is what it is. I'm a Fei Long fangirl. If you have a Bruce Lee knockoff in your game, I'm immediately tempted. As long as it's an accurate depiction of Bruce. That's just what it is. Damn. So we got Street Fighter in the number 1 spot, Mortal Kombat in number 2, and Tekken in number 3. Wow. I'm about to end the poll. I was just curious. I'm not surprised. But this is a very difficult discussion to have, in my personal opinion. Because it's like, all 3 of these fighting games are so significant to gaming. They're genuinely very important to gaming. Street Fighter and Tekken, like, fundamentally, and then Mortal Kombat in terms of, like, gore and establishing, certain parts of the gaming industry in regards to, violence and all that. All very much important, That's the main reason why I threw the poll out there. Alex Percival said he's playing Judgment and Mafia 2 and Sleepy Dog. Bro, all of them are fucking bangers. Alex Percival's playing fucking banger after banger after banger. Bro, shout out to Alex Percival, bro. That's the dude right there. Big supporter of the channel, has good taste in games. Overall, a solid, dope-ass person. Shout out to Alex Percival, man. Whereas Perry says Street Fighter 4 was a game changer. Facts. Absolutely. Spencer Pauly says Nintendo is killing it with their games. Look at their 2023, and we haven't hit the halfway point. You're not wrong, Spencer. Facts. Yo, Damon's Ghost, what's good with you, bro? Capcom got bailed out. Capcom was in desperation mode back early last generation. They had to do what they had to do to survive. It is what it is on that front. Given it worked out for them, you can't argue the results, right? They're back in the lead. Honestly, I think, despite all of Capcom's faults, there's plenty of things to criticize them about. I have to say, though, they're the ones that are keeping gaming interesting right now. Because, when it comes to next gen, Xbox and PlayStation ain't fucking doing it. They fucking sleep. They are fucking sleep right now. Capcom's been the only interesting one out here. They're having this is a big 2023 for Capcom. I have to say, they're number 1 right now. I gotta give them their props. They came with their pistols fully fucking loaded. And like I said, there's plenty to criticize with them. How they released, Resident Evil 4 remake in fucking pieces and shit. I don't co-sign under that, but you can't deny the hype that they bring to the table. Especially when the console manufacturers ain't bringing shit. Yo, G's asking, are you going to train for that $1 million Capcom Cup purse? Bro, I would just embarrass myself. That's somewhere I just do not fucking belong outright. I don't belong there. Nah, I'll leave that shit to the pros, man. Y'all do y'all's thing. If I want to embarrass myself, I'll just make a video or something where I do something stupid and break my neck, and then upload it to the channel. I know where I don't belong, fam. It is what it is. Rocky says on May 5th and 7th, I'm going to Comic-Con at my hometown. Okay, that's what's up, bro. Be safe, have fun, do your thing. You know, that's what's important, definitely. Shit. I'm hyped because the end of June, and mind you, I'm an old school music fan for the most part. I'm seeing Diana Ross at the end of June. I'm fucking hyped. I'm fucking hyped. Yes, I'm hyped to see Diana Ross. You guys may be hyped to see, I don't know, Lady Gaga, whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck is out now. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I want to see Diana Ross. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm hyped to see. I saw Diana Ross once when I was 16, Radio City Music Hall. That was I think 12 years ago. So I'm super fucking hyped. Neo is asking, are you ignoring me? No, sir. I'm not ignoring you. I will say the chat is moving fast, so excuse me, if I'm missing your messages. Neozoic says, howdy Cass, and all good folks in the chat. Man, shout out to you, Neo. I appreciate you coming through, bro. Where's Paris says Konami been dead since 2012. Konami's trying to make a comeback. If they do it the right way, I say let them have the opportunity. If they do it the wrong way, they on some bullshit. One of those. I believe in redemption. I do believe in redemption. Yo, Fluidzilla says, PC Master Race. What? Salty Butterbag says Dinah Ross still got some pipes. Facts. Yo, I will say this, man. Dinah Ross has been famous since she was 16 years old. You think that this bitch would just cash in? She don't care. And she always had this, and rightfully so. She's always been, she's literally one of the OG fucking divas. And she's earned that title. But I will say this. She gives a good show, straight up. No fucking around. She does the rehearsals. She'll be dressed up in 4 or 5 different gowns for a show. She don't play. I gotta give her respect. Someone like that's been famous for as long as she has, most of them don't give a fuck no more. But she does care about her fans. And I know that firsthand because I've been to one of her shows before. She's absolutely fucking killer. It's not like Madonna will be 2 fucking hours late for her own show. Rocky says, hey everyone, have y'all checked out Vera Dark's video, Feminist Grifter Calls for Gamergate 2.0? I'm gonna give general thoughts on that, because I have heard some things, but we'll see. You're not a Konami hater. No, Konami deserves to be criticized. The way they left the gaming industry was disgusting. Do they have some of the greatest, most memorable games ever? Of course they do. But they are truly, truly deserving of any criticism that they get that's within reason. Madonna is give her a break. A lich, give her a break. Nah, she don't deserve it. So I'm ending the poll. Street Fighter whooped ass here. Mortal Kombat is second place. Tekken in third. That's interesting. That is certainly interesting. Appreciate y'all for voting. It was an interesting poll. I had to throw it out there. Personally, as terrible as Mortal Kombat is now, as disappointing to me as Mortal Kombat, and it's super disappointing that Mortal Kombat 11 to me is the most piece of shit Mortal Kombat as a lore fan, to me personally. And it's shameful that it sold the most. If you like the game, you like the game. I am mad at you, but I have a very sentimental belonging to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 9 was truly amazing. I love Mortal Kombat 9. How you feel about Ghostwire Tokyo? Ghostwire Tokyo is a solid game. It is an interesting game. It's different. It's I don't know, man. It's not for everyone. I played it. It's pretty solid. Spencer Polly says we still ain't forgiving Konami for what they did to Kojima. I agree. And to be fair, they shit slung a game to their fans and then fucked off. To me, that's the most disgraceful of all. But like I said, I do believe in redemption. They gotta, actually earn it. They let Nathan Grayson cover trading sex for good press. That's Gamergate, him and 2 other guys. I ain't heard about that. Yeah, MK11 did not do it for me, bro. What they did to my girl Sindel, unfucking forgivable. A character that I genuinely loved, felt sorry for. A character that is a complex character. They made a cookie cutter villain. Flip the fucking table. Fuck you. Straight up, dude. Fuck that shit. No, I'm so mad I need water right now. That shit pisses me off just thinking about it. Opinions on the Blaze Blue series. Never played it. I've heard good things. You got to be into anime fighters to enjoy them, but I've heard good things. G says, I went to Target and saw a bunch of PS5s. I guess this shortage is over, thankfully. Now, if anybody, there's no excuse anymore. It's time to move on from last gen and have next gen only games. Big Bird says Ghostwire is pretty fun. Def a fresh take. Yeah. If you want something that's different, it's a solid game. Something that's different, give it a go. You might like it. I can't guarantee that you will, but I think that there's some great qualities to the game. Only like the Aftermath DLC for Mortal Kombat 11, Shang Tsung was great. It's really cool that they brought back the OG Shang Tsung. The redeeming one reasonably redeeming quality about that game was specifically the fact that they did bring back the OG characters from the original movie. So that was really cool. I love playing as Bridget. Is it Bridget Wilson? I believe her name is. Her Sonya. She's definitely up there in terms of some of my favorite Sonyas. So it's really cool to be able to play as her. But yeah, overall, I think Street Fighter 6 is looking pretty cool. If you're excited for it, that's awesome. I'm interested. But I need to have Fei Long present. I'm kind of just like I'm like protesting Street Fighter until we get Fei Long. I waited an entire generation for him in Street Fighter 5 and no sign. I gotta have my boy. I have to, guys. But I did see something that came out, that got tweeted out very today, I believe, yes. And I was disgusted by it. So real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but apparently Anita Sarkeesian's bitch ass is trying to make her presence known in the gaming industry again. Hold up. Let me put up. I will say that again. Anita Sarkeesian's bitch ass is trying to make her presence known in the gaming industry again. And I don't care how vitriolic it is, that bitch needs to get the fuck out of here. Straight up. Apparently, they're trying to outline what they see as the next step in games industry culture change and why it's so hard to achieve. It's so hard to achieve because you literally are trying to change how gaming is, you stupid fucking bitch. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Straight up, I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of people trying to sanitize gaming. If you don't like the atmosphere, fuck off. Nobody gives a fuck about your whining and your complaining. Games is an online harassment hotline. Take this head, these heeds. Explain why the industry needs another culture shift. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you don't stand up to these people, they will destroy everything you enjoy about your favorite fucking hobby. It's time to stop trying to see eye to eye with these people. Fuck them. They aren't here because they like the industry. They're here to grift. They're here to make money at the expense of destroying what you love. Fuck this bitch. I'm tired of this bitch. She has done nothing but sanitized and fucked up the gaming industry. It's boring now. It's fucking boring. What more do you want? You've made the money that you want to make. Get a real fucking job, bitch. Yes, PDB was good with you, bro. Gatekeeping is good. I support it. Gatekeep these fake ass bitches the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this shit. People like this, you have to just straight up tell them no. No, we're tired of you. We're fucking tired of you. And I'm sorry if I'm getting heated, but it's time to go. Your channel is dead. Your influence is dead. You have messed up the industry for the worse. You do not come back from this. You do not come back. You are a dead fucking meme. It's over. Go get a real job, Anita Sarkeesian. She is trying. The thing is, Sailor Mercury, she's trying to find a new grift here because that's the only place she has real influence in. And then companies listen to her. They listen to her and actually value her opinion and wonder why the audience they're trying to get to buy their product fucking hates them. Damon's Ghost said Anik Sarkeesian taught a whole generation how to con gaming publishers and devs. Yes. Yes. People like her will never, ever be satisfied. It's always got to change to the next goalpost. Because people like this, they make money off of problems. So everything is a problem. She said that herself. Everything's racist, everything's sexist, and you must point it out. That means there will never be a point in which she is satisfied and she will walk away. Because specifically, she makes money off of being a cunt. That is literally her entire purpose. That is in her entire purpose. Yeah, but that shit pissed me off when I saw that. Pissed me off. And it's really time to just tell these people no. And guess what? If any of these companies want to side with this bitch, it's time to consider if you really want their game. Because all the companies that have sided with her have made like games that have diminished in some way, shape, or form. I won't outright say quality, but the likability in some ways has diminished. Quality has diminished as well in some instances. There's always been a degrade in some way, shape, or form whenever she's involved with any company that she has influence in. Yo, G is wild right now. He said Anita needs to go on a date with Jonathan Majors. Big yikes, and try to take his phone, right? Yes, Big Bird. Outraged farmers certainly do suck. They do nothing but ruin everything. Gaming is not for everyone. It isn't. You could have your own little space in gaming where you're protected, where you don't have to be concerned with people telling you off, but you have to say, I'm not going to go on in that chat room in Call of Duty lobbies. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. That's a you choice. If you don't like certain things, don't engage in them. It's fairly simple. You could have gaming all to yourself in your own little bubble. But not everyone should have to change in order to appease your whining. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Not everything is fresh cut spring flowers. You need to learn to deal with adversity. And if it ain't worth it to you, walk away. Alex Raceva said, but Cassie, they have games called E for everyone. Does that mean, a newborn baby gonna play them though, Alex? PDB says there's more variety in games than any other medium too, but they refuse to play games that are their speed. Yeah, facts. Anita, the Karen of the video game industry, like the most widely known Karen of the games industry, no doubt. To be fair, we should send her to companies we want to fail. UEA, where are you at? Hire Sarkeesian. I mean, didn't she have some form of involvement with Mass Effect Andromeda or some shit like that? But look, I don't want it to be all doom and gloom, obviously. I do want to show you guys something that I saw that was pretty interesting. That's this is what I wanted Pokemon to be. I think the whole 3D thing was a disaster from the minute they stepped foot in that. Game Freak is incapable of 3D. I would have much rather wanted this, guys. And this apparently is a fan-made demo of a remake of the OG Pokemon. It's like Octopath Traveler. I think that would have been perfect for modern Pokemon. Yeah, that shit would be sick if Pokemon was like this, man. How would day one this? I think this is really, really cool, man. I love the style. I think it's beautiful, That's super cool, man. I wish Game Freak would do something like that. Definitely influenced The Last of Us too, of course. Game Freak needs competition. They have competition. There's plenty of competition out there. It's that Pokemon has so heavily dominated that type of game, that type of gameplay, the creature catching genre. It's very, very hard. Temtem is good. Temtem is solid. I actually, when Temtem went live in early access, I day one'd it. I actually day one'd it on PC, and I also bought it on PS5 to support. Temtem is cool. It does look like Octopath Traveler PDB. It's really cool. I like the 3D Pokemon games, Pokemon Stadium and Coliseum. Back when, I don't know who did those games, but Stadium was awesome. Coliseum was awesome. I would prefer to play those games than modern day Pokemon 3D. They were actually well made. Octopath Traveler paved the way. Definitely a huge influence. I think that would be such a fitting art style for Pokemon. That to me would be better than any 3D bullshit Game Freak can shit out of their ass. Nintendo kind of went that style with Link's Awakening remake. Yeah, so that was definitely pretty nice. In my opinion, I thought that game was super overpriced, but hey, it's Nintendo. That's what they do. And that's why I asked for it as a Christmas gift. No, wait, it was actually a birthday gift. My bad. Oh man. The one thing I could justify about like overpriced Switch games is that they'll at least retain their value. If I really if I end up homeless, I could sell my Switch collection and actually have like a decent amount of money. Temtem is cool and I dig their intent, but it also feels so much like a Pokemon fan fiction. Yeah, I mean, I really like the creature styles that they created. I thought that was pretty cool. It's just an overall interesting game with that MMO thing they have going on. Like, it's definitely solid for what it is. Game Freak went downhill after they went to 3D Pokemon. Completely agreed, Neo. Completely agreed. I can't take Game Freak seriously unless they get the talent that they need to make a proper 3D game that actually looks acceptable. You have to at least do one of two things with you know, a Pokemon game. If you're gonna have it be 30 FPS, at least make it look pretty. I mean, look at Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I mean, given, you know, the resolution varies, it's not the best looking game, but at least the performance was at least relatively consistent from what I've seen. I've watched my friend, shout out to Sidestrike, play that game fucking hours upon hours on his live streams. Addictively. And it actually looks pretty. Freaking Pokemon Legends Arceus, it looks horrible and the performance is horrible. They couldn't even get one right. One! They've always just Game Freak with 3D, they just ain't about that. They always fall short in some avenue. He's like the online and the original elements, they have facts with Temtem. Koromon is another indie monster tamer you should take a look at. It's 2D, like GBA Pokemon. Okay. There was another one that I thought was pretty solid, had pretty interesting like creature designs. Forget what it was called. I was playing it on my Nintendo Switch like a couple of years ago. I thought it was cool. Like, you can actually customize the look of your character a reasonable amount. They had like different Nexomon. Nexomon, that's the one. Shout out to Sailor Mercury. You nailed that shit. Nexomon. Let me see. Horomon. It's on my wish list. I did mean to pick this up at some point. I'm looking at it on Steam. I'll definitely check that one out. Appreciate looking out. Arceus is probably the best looking Pokemon game ever. It just visually, it just doesn't look impressive. I actually want to emulate that, not gonna lie. I do own a copy of it. I do own a physical copy. I would like to see that game emulated. Because I think that, you know, if you improve the resolution, you have like 60 FPS, I think Arceus could be a beautiful game. It's just that they don't have good optimization skills over at Game Freak. But guys, I definitely want to give my thoughts on Unrecord. Because apparently there's a bit of controversy surrounding this game. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a very realistic body cam footage game. And it's getting a lot of discussion. So I'm just really I will say it looks highly realistic. If you're concerned with that, perhaps, you know, don't look at it. But it could be bothersome to some people, so forewarning on that. We're going to play the video here. This is a game, guys.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Movement, the reloading, all that shit looks on point, man. The aiming, crazy, dude. Freaking sick, man. I want to play this game. I want to play it. It looks pretty damn cool, man. I'm wondering how, like, the aiming and everything actually is. So, I'm intrigued, man. I'm very intrigued. Yo, Sly Crow, what's good with you, bro? Paint enthusiast, what's up, fam? Sly's asking, is this real life? No, it's a game. This PC only. As of right now, it seems to be the case. So, this is called Unrecord. This is an early gameplay trailer of the game. And basically, the camera angle is from a body cam. So, there's been a lot of discussion about this game. A lot of moral discussion about the game. Is this too realistic? My question is, why are we even having this discussion? Because if this is the case, if we're scared now of ultra-realistic graphics, the future of gaming is in serious trouble. We have to have morality discussions about, is realism too much? Like, what point is realistic gameplay too much? What has everyone been aiming for at graphics? Photorealism. Are we going to like, when things become photorealistic, are we going to suddenly stop, like, games in which you kill people or kill enemies and all that? It's like, if we're scared now, might as well just stop playing video games. That's what I'm saying. It does look interesting, Sailor Mercury. Never forget no Russian. I mean, a game is a game. Could you guys imagine if Call of Duty started looking like Unrecord? We're going there eventually, sooner or later. Yo, Gothic Chick, what's up with you, fam? Good to see you. It's because it's a cop. That's true. That is true. I mean, I played games where I've played as a cop too. What is it? What's that game called? It's 360 game. Literally play as a cop, and then you go into, like, this fucking crack house. That's how the game starts. Condemned Criminal Origins. That's the one. Every cop should be like RoboCop. Do they twirl their gun before they put it away? Is that, like, a requirement? Have you played The Complex? I'm not even sure what that is. Hold on. Is it on Steam? Okay, I see it on here. Full controller support. Never played this. Mostly positive. After a major bioweapon attack on London, 2 scientists find themselves in a lockdown laboratory with time and air running out. The Complex is an interactive sci-fi horror movie where your decisions lead to one of 8 suspenseful endings. I do like games that have, like, choice-related endings. So these are actually real people. I mean, we've had games like this in the past where it's like actual, actors, video cam stuff, like old school PC game stuff. Complex found footage. Oh, hold on. Oh, the complex found footage. No, I've never played this. Okay, it's free to play. I'll add it to library. Check it out. Check it out later. Apparently, it's overwhelmingly positive. Experience the liminal world of backrooms through a VHS camera. Ooh, immersing into a mysterious story and wandering the dreamlike structures. Might there be something following you? Oh no. Oh no. I'm scared. I'm scared. Mortal Kombat did it with its character sprites. Yes. That's why I was saying for years, and even to this day, that Mortal Kombat like trilogy, and even Mortal Kombat 2 more so, because Mortal Kombat 2 is a bit more serious than Mortal Kombat trilogy. Those were the most realistic Mortal Kombats because there were actual real people that were turned into sprites. Carter, what's up? Hey, that's the homie Carter. Good to see you, bro. Says I'm a little late to the party. Bro, good to have you here. Good to have you here nonetheless. But yeah, like there was actual real people being turned into like fucking a billion bones, freaking getting blown to bits, having their spines torn out. These were realistic depictions of people. So, I just don't understand this thought process. People want to bitch and whine. If you just don't want to play the game, don't play the game. If you don't want to play as a police officer, that's completely fine. I don't necessarily blame you. It is what it is. This is the same people that was bitching about Spider-Man for working with the police. And I'm not necessarily a pro-police person by any means. I have criticisms of pretty much all authority. Okay, this is literally, I'm literally like the most anti-authoritarian person you can think of. So I have my qualms with all fucking authority. The rotoscoping in those Mortal Kombat games is so good. Yo, I could still go back to the old school Mortal Kombat just because of the sprites. So they genuinely, they had enough detail to make them look like real people. It's not like they are making a snuff video game. Yeah, I agree. Mortal Kombat 1 was a genre-defining game. Facts. Absolute facts. Ready or Not was getting backlash. Look up gameplay and you will know why. Oh, I know Ready or Not. It was like, was it like, I do remember that game. I remember watching, I think Blaze was playing that. Blaze 4K. Shout out to Blaze 4K. Killing it on Twitch, man. But, yeah, I do remember Ready or Not. A lot of people just complain, and it's just like, bro, like, we just want to have fun with games and have different perspectives of games. Just because you play a game that you play as a police officer doesn't necessarily, mean that, doesn't mean that you're directly co-signed with anything. It doesn't mean anything. Like, what are we gonna do? Not play as the military? Not play? Like, bro, I want to just play as different sorts of people from different perspectives. Like, can we just stop bitching and whining and being the morality police with fucking video games? Like, I was just reading this dumbass article the other day And I think Words of Paradise was like quote tweeting it, where it's like, let me see. Like Call of Duty and Fortnite is not doing enough to fight against like anti-Semitism or some shit. And it's like, when the fuck did that become Fortnite or Call of Duty's job? When did that become their job? Like, these people are so laughable. It's always like these movements and all this shit that want to jump on gaming. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Don't like it, don't buy it. Let the market decide. Facts. Yeah, Yokai Gypsy, it was so stupid. Oh my god. Let me see if I can find the article. Look at this shit. Look at this dumb fuck article from GameSpot. Fortnite and Call of Duty don't do enough to stop Holocaust denial, advocate group says. The Anti-Defamation League, an advocacy group, decided to dedicated to stopping defamation of Jewish people, rated Call of Duty and Fortnite as the lowest ranking games on its 2023 Holocaust denial report. Why is the Anti-Defamation League involved in gaming? When did it become Fortnite and Call of Duty's job to voice that Holocaust denial is foolish? When did that become their job? What are we doing here? What are we doing? This shit is a joke. These people deserve to be mocked and shamed. It is not video game developers' jobs to denounce Holocaust denial. It's their job to sell video games and appeal to their audience. But apparently it's everyone's job to do all this stuff, to be heavily involved in advocacy and all this. But no, it's not. It's a joke. Like, this is such a joke. This is the world that we live in, guys. This is the world that we live in, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sick of it. I'm so sick and tired, guys. Grand Theft Auto isn't being more inclusive enough. I mean, shit, I'm surprised Grand Theft Auto's not high on that list. Yo, Delta, what's good with you, bro? Hope you're having a good day, fam. Good to see you. Remember the Hogwarts boycott not working? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, do I remember. Oh, boy, do I remember. Like, yo, if you want to be this laughable, man, we could laugh at you. Please, just put on the clown makeup, look the part, because that's what they constantly keep doing. Just like that, my dreams of creating an Anne Frank survival horror game where you hide from not. Oh my god. Yo, where's you crazy, bro? You crazy. Delta says, hope you're having a good day as well. And to use what, bruh? Hugs to Delta. That's a good dude right there. It used to be when games were political, they just asked questions and let the player think for themselves instead of telling you how to think. Exactly. Like, I love games that have political concepts, not to directly influence the viewer, but just to have a story based around this politically oriented world that has, like, you know, its own thoughts, you know? Yo, Revenant. Oh, you just missed the discussion about the Anti-Defamation League apparently saying that Fortnite and Call of Duty don't do enough to denounce the Holocaust denial. What's good with you, Revenant? Yeah, I liked your vid the other day. You didn't give a fuck. I appreciate that. It takes a lot, man, to just, like, you put it's like you genuinely put yourself at risk just for telling the truth and being honest. It's literally what it is. But you know what? I don't care. And I appreciate other people that don't care no more. It's gonna get personal if GTA gets involved. It could certainly very well be. Gamers just want to play games. Exactly. We have all these like non-gaming oriented freaking advocacy groups involved. All these companies that want to push their little bullshit agenda in gaming that don't even belong in gaming involved. Get out. Nobody cares about your bullshit that you're pushing. I think Dove was pushing some sort of fat acceptance movement in gaming. Like, shut the fuck up, Dove. Shut up. Remember when there were establishments trying to censor games like Mortal Kombat and GTA? They were blaming those games for kids being influenced to join gangs and murder people, which is ridiculous. Of course, man. Of course. Like BioShock and Deus Ex are both political, but they're not creator exactly PDB. That's really what it is, and I love games like that. I think that's completely fine. Dove makes your skin itch. Yeah, it needs to be more worried about making good products instead of, influencing people to be obese. They shouldn't be doing that. But moving on to the next topic, guys. As you guys know, you know what? Hold on. I must do one thing. One moment, please. All right, I'm back. I just had to get one thing. I actually meant to get this before the live stream even started, but guys, I am a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z and the OG Dragon Ball. Super, I'm kind of meh on, but Akira Toriyama himself has been one of the most important figures of my growing up. If it be with Dragon Ball or even Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest 11 is one of my all-time favorite games. But you can't deny that the dude knows how to fucking draw. Beautiful fucking art, guys. I bought this just because I adore his art. His art has resonated with so much of my life. Like, yes, thank you, Yokai. It is a dope cover. But like, he is so influential to me. So fucking influential. Like, bro, like, you can't deny the dude's skills, man. Can't deny his fucking skills. Started, like, Dragon Ball is such a beautiful fucking manga. Look at that shit, man. Love Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball was legendary and loved his art style in Dragon Quest and Blue Dragon. Yes, Dragon Ball is the goat. One of the Dragon Ball Z did so much to bring anime to us. I mean, obviously it's like super mainstream, and I get that. But man, there was a time where I was a kid and like I would be the one to go to school and talk about the latest episode of Dragon Ball Z on Toonami with like some of my, my little nerd group. And I was pretty much ostracized because I was a girl that liked video games and anime. And oh, look at this art. But I will say though, Akira Toriyama, every time I hear his takes, I just have to do one of these. I can't help it. He just has he just talks about these things that I just never can understand where he's coming from. Shit like he hates Vegeta. And it's like he's your best character in my personal opinion. Yo, Jinpachi, what's up? Jinpachi. Hey, the girls that love Dragon Ball Z were the best girls. Yo, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, what's good, Miss Cannoli Sasquatch, my twin? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Everything's cool here. Everything's absolutely cool here. Just talking a little bit about my all-time favorite anime. Jinpachi, do you have a Twitter? Follow me there so I can check out what you got going on in terms of your animation. Mainstream or not, Dragon Ball Z is almost single-handedly the reason for anime being popular in the West. Haters need to respect the history. It's facts. It's facts. I will say that in Pokemon. Pokemon was a fucking phenom when it dropped. Oh my god, was it a phenom. I was obsessed, man. I was like at that perfect age bracket for Pokemon. I had like the light up sneakers. I wanted everything Pikachu. Like I wanted the games. I watched the anime. I had like the little keychain Pokeballs that had the little Pokemon in them. Like I had a bunch of those, you know? But like I will say, I have to hats off to Pokemon and Dragon Ball for making, for helping bring anime to the West and popularize it. Thank you, Miss Cannoli Sasquatch, for the sub. Appreciate you, fam. Big Burr also mentioned Sailor Moon. That as well. But yeah, Akira Toriyama has very interesting thoughts. But this is I hope that this isn't true, and I hope that if so, Akira Toriyama will eventually find what he lost. But apparently Akira Toriyama of the $17 billion Dragon Ball franchise has given up on drawing manga. He said, it just didn't feel right. Yo, this story had me just like, oh god, are we serious right now? Can't help it. He said legendary artist and Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama is no longer drawing manga after losing his favorite tool. He has been a longtime illustrator of the popular Japanese franchise, loved by millions of anime fans around the world. Dragon Ball is one of the longest enduring series that catapulted manga publication to new heights in the mid-1980s and mid-1990s. The franchise is known for its thrilling action-adventure story, as well as exaggerated fight scenes that dominated the shonen genre. Apparently, what he lost that's making him say he's done drawing is his pen holder. He lost his pen holder and he's ready to throw it all out the window. Lemonade Kang, what's good with you, fam? I heard this and I was, oh my god, someone please find this man's pen holder, please. It is, no, that's too big, but this is crazy to me. Akira Toriyama has unfortunately given up on drawing because he lost his favorite pen holder. The artist cherished this equipment due to its sentimental value, having purchased it when he was only 14 years of age. This pen holder witnessed the entirety of his career as a manga artist, and losing it felt strange to him. Toriyama misplaced his drawing tool while working on Sandland, an upcoming project of one of his manga series. In a translated post via Anime Senpai, the artist explained why he decided to stop drawing. He said, Sandland was finished by scanning the inked paper manuscript into the computer and using software to apply solid colors to my own tones. I probably hardly slept at all. After finishing all the episodes, I lost my beloved wooden pen holder that I had been using since before my debut. He described how valuable this tool was for him and how it became a part of himself for its familiarity. He said it was a pen holder that had become familiar to my hand over a long time, being carved and worn down with a knife and sandpaper. It was a wooden holder that had become familiar to my hand over a long period of time. One of my all-time favorite artists is gonna stop drawing because he lost this tool. I understand the sentimental value behind it, but I can't help but Facepalm. I can't help it. He also noted that purchasing a replacement did not feel right at all, thus eventually giving up on his passion. I bought a new pen holder and tried sharpening it this way and that, but it just didn't feel right. Since then, I've used it as an excuse for hardly drawing any manga. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. What is going on? Yes, pour one out for the pen holder. Jesus. I hope he finds that shit. I know that shit is probably done. Imagine if someone held it hostage. Yo, Toriyama, give me $1 million and you can have your pen holder back. Yo. While Toriyama's statement on losing his pen holder as the reason for no longer making manga is quite inconclusive, it is evident that this particular tool holds a significant value to the artist. In his interview with Dragon Ball El Manga when Darzo magazine, he explained how he used several pen holders over the years, although he would always end up returning to the original one. The manga artist admitted his fault and said that his carelessness was to blame. Toriyama also shared that it took him more than half an hour to rummage through his office in order to find the missing equipment. More than a half an hour. So it's probably in his fucking office and he just can't find it. Someone please find this man's freaking pen holder. Please. Yes, Jinpachi, I'm at a loss for words, man. I'm at a loss for words. I hope, and it's like, every time I hear something about Akira Toriyama, it's always something insane. Like, insane and simplistic in nature, and I just am completely mind blown. Like, homie said that the reason why he changed Future Trunks' hair from lavender to blue was because he forgot the color of his hair. And here, when he did that, I was like, oh, this must be a throwback to one of the early pictures. Let me see if I can find it in here. The early picture where he had Bulma with purple hair. I thought that, oh, maybe he did it in reverse as kind of like a shout out to that. I was trying to make it sound make it sound better. But in reality, homeboy just literally forgot. And I'm just mind blown. I was literally trying to put thought into that shit. Let me see. There's early art where Bulma did have purple hair. Super Saiyan was a mistake. Oh no. Don't say that. I wish I would have found this. See, yeah. Like here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't want to ruin this, but see Bulma with purple hair, he's done that before, So I thought, hey, maybe that's kind of a throwback back of when he, had Bulma's hair purple, but did it the opposite way with Trunks. Instead of his hair being lavender, he made it blue. But no, he just simply forgot. His protege did because Bulma's hair was blue, but Toriyama rolled with the idea. Oh God, why does he do this? He forgot Launch in Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I've heard that as well. Why? Did Launch ever make a comeback in Super? Because I have not really watched much of Super. I'm trying to bring myself to give it a shot. I've watched some of the early seasons. Just a cameo, I believe, at the end of Z, but no launch in Super from what I recall. The 90s were very cool, Deathmaster. I completely agree. Mexico watched Super like title fights. It was amazing. The thing is, the fan base cares more about Dragon Ball than Akira does. I will say, like, he brought back the one thing I do respect about Akira Toriyama is, from what I've heard, he apparently, wanted to do Super because Evolution left such a bad taste on the franchise. So on that front, I do respect him for that, So to me, that does mean a lot, and I'm grateful that he considered, throwing his hat back in the ring after they completely bastardized Dragon Ball with that. Yo, Hypnotic, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, fam. Always good to see you, man. Yo, shout out to Hypnotic. That dude be putting in all the work. Big shout out to Hypnotic. Base Toriyama demanding that it end on a high note. Yeah, like that's pretty sick. Like, most people wouldn't give a shit. So I would say Super is better than Boruto. Okay. Me, I do want to watch Super at some point. I do want to give it a legitimate chance. But I do have a lot of things that I need to get over. So I definitely have to get over my disdain of just hair color change. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of a lot of little things about it. I wouldn't call Super a high note, though. Yeah, it's one of those things where some people really like Super, some people are okay with Super, and some people are disappointed with Super. It definitely isn't an all around positive. It's very mixed bag. Very mixed. Neozoic says, then again, there are creators that hate their own characters or their own creations. It's true. Akira Toriyama is one of them. He hates Vegeta. I love Vegeta. I think he's arguably the greatest character Akira Toriyama created in Z. Words Perry says, I love Super. It's no Z, but still absolutely worth existing in the franchise. You would say Super is a good anime, Carter? I know that you're a big fan of Dragon Ball, so I'm not surprised. Me, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball. I mean, before Super, like, I could, literally discuss all the lore, like, super obsessively. I would back in the day, Yo, Michael Wells, what's good with you, fam? Uh-oh, Michael Wells with the Vegeta hate. I don't know if you guys can see, but there I got a Vegeta statue right there, like a little chibi, and he's sitting on the Dragon Ball giving his middle finger. I think that's his response to the Vegeta hate. Much love to you, Michael Wells, man. Even if you hate my guy, even if you hate Daddy Vegeta, it's okay. Still love you, fam. Mike just asking, how's the day going? Everything's cool here, man. I hope you're doing well. How's your day going? Happy Thursday. We're almost at the weekend, guys. Finish strong. Dragon Ball Z is still better than Super, but Super deserves a shot. I would like to, like, at some point, I feel like I'm going to come around and give it a genuine shot. I've been more so looking for bite-sized anime that kind of has a quick beginning and ending. That's what I've been more interested in the past couple of years. Not something that goes on for like fucking, 5, 6, 7 seasons. It's sort of something I've been avoiding. But maybe at some point, I'll come around and give Super a genuine shot. I'm probably gonna skip like the 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 Frieza arc that they have, all that bullshit. Samurai Champloo is freaking amazing. I do have Samurai Champloo. Right here. I meant to do I don't know if you guys remember, it's definitely early channel stuff, but I would do like physical media is king videos. I actually been meaning to do one. I have all this stuff down here. And I do want to do just one final one and kind of just let it be what it is, but it would probably be like an hour-long discussion of all the fucking shit. All the physical media I bought over like the past year. I do want to do it. I genuinely do. That's why I keep all this stuff here and I haven't put it away yet in any respective area, but Samurai Champloo is one of the animes I have bought recently. Vegeta is the Stone Cold Steve Austin of Dragon Ball. Yeah, I love Vegeta, man. He's like such a he definitely, someone mentioned it here, but he does have the most character development, like up there with Piccolo. Like they're truly like the character development of Vegeta is the depth that drives pretty much the entire like Dragon Ball Z series, man. Just watching him go from like this villain that's out for himself to like really just sort of being like in the middle and then eventually making a complete change. That's pretty much the only thing that really justifies the Buu saga for me is Vegeta's genuine, like, complete turnaround. Like, that's the complete his character arc at completion. Because for me, everyone else's character arc was pretty much done after Cell, in my opinion. I didn't really feel like anybody else was super justifiable. Vegeta's character development is even expanded on in Super. Just throwing that out there. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna fuck it up. I will be really pissed if they really fuck up Vegeta. Gohan received redemption too. I have watched the movies. I have kept up with the films. Because I do want to be excited about Dragon Ball, you know? And seeing Dragon Ball do well, even if it's not the type of Dragon Ball that I'm excited for. I'm still down for that. I still, support the movies. I have fun with it. I didn't take the last film too seriously, and I genuinely had fun going to the movie theaters with my best friend, and we watched it, and it was cool for what it was. Hold on, one sec. Love Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I'm a light Yagami did nothing wrong type, though. Let's not forget that Vegeta gives us this. It's over 9,000! Broly movie was fantastic, but I didn't bother with Superhero. Yeah, Superhero is kind of one of those where it's not the worst film, but it's not the best either by any means. Definitely has some cool moments, don't get me wrong. But you definitely have to you have to have tempered expectations. Broly movie was really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I didn't like I wish they would stay away. What I appreciate about Superhero is that like it just decided to go all 3D animation. I actually didn't mind it so much because it was like a complete 3D animation thing, whereas like previous movies would have like 2D animation, but then for the fight scenes they would go 3D, and that was just weirdly jarring to me. Dragon Ball DBA? Dragon Ball Abridged? Actually got you into Dragon Ball Z. I haven't watched the entirety of Abridged. I used to Like, when a bridge was dropping, I would catch up with them, but then I lost track at some point. But a bridge was fucking hilarious. Netflix. You love the Red Ribbon Army, to be honest. I don't blame you. Red Ribbon Army, like, I like that. What was cool about Dragon Ball Super Superhero is that it did connect with some original Dragon Ball lore. I thought that was a cool aspect of it. And I didn't really like what they did with Cell. I mean, to me, that's not really Cell. I mean, obviously. Had deducted, we talk about Horizon. Horizon is the last topic. We got one more topic to discuss before we get into Horizon. So let's not deter. We're about an hour and a half in, so don't want to overindulge, obviously, guys. But if you can, guys, if you haven't, hit the like button. Really helps me out. We're having a good stream. I hope y'all are having fun. Yeah, Cell Max wasn't my thing. I mean, he served his purpose in the movie, so on that front, I get it. Not really a Cell Max fan, but so yes, Akira Toriyama lost his pen holder, and he possibly will not be drawing anymore. So hopefully he finds his pen holder. Hopefully someone goes in his office and finds it. I know the dude, homie's like in his 60s now. He's a little older. So I get it. Please someone find his pen holder. I beg of you. I literally fucking beg of you. Cell is my favorite villain. I'm just glad he returned. I totally hear you on that front. Totally. But yes, we do have to talk about Jonathan Majors because I haven't spoke about him. Been on a few podcasts of friends and they've had discussions about what's been going on surrounding this individual. Now, full disclosure, I am a total got disconnected from OBS. Hold on. OBS took a shit for a second, guys. I don't know why. But like I said, full disclosure, I am a complete total advocate for the destruction of Disney and the end of the MCU. So when I talk about the MCU shit, I do talk about it out of malice. But in regards to this situation, you know, I must do my due diligence in regards to Jonathan Majors. We don't know what happened. We don't know. Respect Vegeta for staying strong after having his ego shattered so often. Yo, facts, Damon's Ghost. But this has been a festering situation for like over a month now, I believe. But apparently Jonathan Majors got into a dispute, a physical altercation with what I believe is his girlfriend. And apparently he was accused of doing some heinous things. Physical attack, choking, all that. Allegations. It is alleged. But here's a situation that really makes me say shit is fucked. Now, I want to put it out there. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's guilty with this happening, but let's get into it. Jonathan Majors and Manager Entertainment 360 part ways. Actors facing domestic violence allegations in NYC. Now, Manager Entertainment 360. That is his basically his manager and his PR department. His PR firm has dropped him. So does that mean he's guilty? Not necessarily. But does that mean that likely the shit that he's dealing with is so bad that they cannot defend him? That's what I'm getting from this. It looks really bad on Jonathan Majors right now. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm not saying that he's not guilty. But your PR department is saying, yo, we done. Like, yo, peace out, bro. That means that the shit don't look good. It don't look good for him. That's the first part of this situation thus far. But apparently things are definitely getting worse. Variety had an exclusive Jonathan Majors' issues worsen as more alleged abuse victims cooperate with DA's office. Now, I've heard, like, little rumblings that with Jonathan Majors, apparently he's had, claims of abuse with other individuals in the past. I didn't really hear too much about it. It's one of those things that's kind of been like vaguely circulating, but apparently they have stepped forward to cooperate with the DA's office. That's not good. It's like one of those things where you have to accept that when there is smoke, there is fire. And this isn't something that suddenly just came out of nowhere. Like, I've been hearing like rumors of this. And apparently, as Jonathan Majors prepares for the May 8th court appearance on domestic violence charges, his PR problems are about to get bigger. Sources familiar with the matter tell Variety that multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors have come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. The prospect of more women waiting in the wings would mark a dramatic turn in the case and comes on the heels of Majors' publicists and management firm cutting ties with the embattled actor earlier this week. Obviously, DA isn't going to comment. They're going to wait till, till court time. But they did, Jonathan Majors' lawyers say Majors is innocent and has not abused anyone. We have provided irrefutable evidence to the district attorney that the charges are false and are confident that he will be fully exonerated, says Majors' attorney. And it's one of those things where they have provided, like, the person that, had called the cops on him, that she apparently retracts her statement, but the way that it kind of goes down sort of feels like your typical domestically abused individual. So that's, let me see. Let me see if I could find the quotes. Because she does put out like a text message and they're saying that there's video evidence, but we have not seen the video evidence. There's more to be desired before coming to any sort of conclusive like thought process on this. It doesn't look good for Majors, but I can't really give a definitive answer here. But, they said that the individual 30-year-old woman who claimed that she had been assaulted by Majors sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was removed from the area hospital. Yeah, like it don't look good, guys. It don't look good. Yeah, so let me see. March 30th, there was intended to be exonerating in the text exchange. So basically, this is the text exchange, which has not been independently verified. The woman wrote to Majors, "I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone," and stressed that she told police this was not an attack. The woman allegedly wrote, "Please let me know you're okay when you get this. They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we had a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I love you." So it's one of those things where maybe, maybe she, had like something happened at the moment. Maybe she's retracting, whatever. But this also does sound kind of sus. Like, something an abuse victim that is genuinely scared and afraid would say. She did confirm there was a fight. It does not look good. That is a fact. And a few hours later, the woman allegedly wrote, "I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about. I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said to tell the judge to know that the origin of the 911 call was to do with me collapsing and passing out and you worrying as my partner due to our communication prior." I can't, like, it just sounds too insane. It just, there's too much nonsense. It just seems like maybe Maybe he did it. That's what it sounds like. I'm not saying that he did it. I'm saying maybe it fucking did go down the way that it went down. Allegation, MCU, you're fired, DCU, let's make the flag. Yo, salty butter bags, facts. The thing with, and yo, not for nothing, I will not touch the Flash. I didn't even want to, I avoided the trailer. I've seen like little clips here and there, but I do not give a shit about that movie. I don't give a shit about Ezra Miller. That is a piece of shit human being. But they had already made that movie, and they are desperate to release it. And it does make Warner Brothers look like a hot steaming pile of shit. But I have to wonder, with Jonathan Majors looking at Ezra Miller, what's to stop? Even if Majors is guilty, what is to stop, Disney from recasting? Like with Ezra Miller, they see that. It's like, oh, well, Ezra Miller got away with all the shit that he got away with. All the alleged stuff that some of it was definitely in fact did go down. Some of it is alleged. A lot of it got covered up, swept under the rug. Like, what's for Disney to look at that and say, well, Ezra Miller got away with it. We'll just tell Jonathan Majors to, say that he's gay or something and have, the LGBT mafia behind him. And I mean, it's not something to joke about at the end of the day, but they had a lot invested in this man. With Kang is supposed to be like the next big villain for the MCU. It's concerning. They have a lot invested in this dude, and this dude apparently has a dark history with violence, alleged. And that's, it's one of those things where if you have no self-control, especially with people that are close to you, it's not, when you have no self-control and actually harm those that are very close to you, you're never going to really have self-control. And then if you, as an abused victim, like allow that to happen, the person that is abusing you is never going to get better. They know that they got you. It's one of those things where, you have to get yourself out of that situation, man. So far, I heard Disney's keeping Jonathan Majors. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. I mean, obviously, if the allegation was truly false, I feel like that Jonathan Majors should be reinstated because that's only fair. But from what we're seeing, it looks super sus, man. It looks like this dude may have done some bad things in the past. And it looks like it's catching up to him, if that's the case, if these allegations are true. I'm surprised that Disney didn't try to defend Jonathan Majors. I don't know. It's hard to say. Disney's more concerned with, grooming your children. So that's where they're putting all their eggs in. So let's not pretend we don't know why Ezra Miller gets a pass. Yeah, facts. Facts. Yo, Heaven vs. Hell, by the way, good to see you, fam. Villainous Kang gonna lose in the MVC. Now plot twist, the real world reality called a jail. Oh my god. Yo, Hypnotic himself has definitely made some meme-worthy moments on his podcast. Shout out to Hypnotic. Homie don't give no F's, bro. Disney gonna F up Star... Disney already destroyed Star Wars. Even worse than Rey coming back. Oh, it's just a continued shit show. They're just keeping a dead meme alive at this point with Star Wars. Anybody else think it's ironic, given Ezra Miller's behavior? He's starring in a film called The Flash. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I feel like they're probably going to ditch Ezra after The Flash, but apparently they need that film so badly, specifically because it is the catapult to everything they have planned in their future in regards to their new cinematic universe or something. I mean, that doesn't make it right. I'm not saying that to justify it, but that's simply what it seems like Warner Brothers is doing with Ezra. But, this behavior in general is disgusting. It's disgusting if it's true. And if it is true, neither Ezra Miller or Jonathan Majors should be kept on their projects. We don't endorse domestic abuse of any kind or child grooming, any of this shit. It's all disgusting. I mean, all of this and the movies aren't even lore accurate. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was thinking it's like, it doesn't seem like this whole Kang thing is working out thus far. Ant-Man 3 was supposed to be the catapult for Kang as a villain. That didn't go well at all. That apparently lost a lot of money. So, I mean, hey, maybe they could turn this into a good thing by maybe deviating to another plan. But they do have a lot of films in the can already, so they're probably in deep. But always have plan 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the reason why I use numbers is because there's an infinite amount of numbers, whereas there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So yeah. They still have Amber Heard and Aquaman 2 as well. Yeah. Warner Brothers is a fucking shit show. Absolutely disgusting. I won't support it. I hope it fails. I can't wait to see it fail. Shazam was a flop, and there was nothing necessarily bad in regards to the individuals in Shazam. But Warner Brothers is set to take a lot of losses, man. They deserve it. The Rock's DC movie fell off so fast, they could call him the Brick. Yeah, I watched Black Adam on HBO Max. That shit was garbage. Oh my god, what a piece of crap. YouTube forced me to watch the Flash trailer, damn. Warner Bros. Are as morally corrupt as it gets. And it really pains me as a huge Batman fan. I mean, it pains me as a fan of film. Warner Brothers is responsible for such a long lineage of important film to the entire, the entertainment of film itself. They have so much, a enormous catalog going decades upon decades. So to watch them fall this far, it sucks. It really does. I mean, shit, Enter the Dragon is one of my all-time favorite films, a Warner Brothers production. Their films go back such a ways. Some truly iconic pieces of art. Neozoic says, the old saying, nothing lasts forever. That's true. Sooner or later. Especially when you choose to be as ignorant as these companies are. Warner Brothers is going to keep failing. Excuse me. Correct, Michael Joe. If they don't seriously change where they're going, take things seriously, did all this, woke bullshit. And I think they've made some good moves, but not everything. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings are Warner Brothers, I think. Yes. Yep. Well, it seems like, anything Harry Potter, you are going to have the creator involved. Now, obviously, there's going to be race swaps. What's her face already fucking changed the race of characters in her books. So expect that. It is what it is on that front. It's her creation. I mean, she's full of shit when she says, "Oh, this character was actually black the whole time." And then you read the book and it's The description of this character seems to be anything but. And it changed like the sexuality and shit. So there's definitely going to be changes. You're going to have to accept that. But it will likely be at the creator's hand. So it is what it is on that front. They're going to bring back Batman, the animated series. Paul Dink said they're really focusing on inclusivity. Oh my god. These people are the entire fucking circus. And it's not for the goodness of doing it. It isn't. It's always to virtue signal for their own benefit. We already know that. Virgin J.K. Rowling, Chad J.R.R. Tolkien. Yo, facts. Yeah, J.K. Rowling's in the bullshit that she is because she appealed to these fucking woke-ass, bitch-ass losers to begin with. So, I mean, when she gets ragdolled, I don't necessarily feel bad for her. I laugh with every time they announce something that clearly she's going to benefit from. I'm not necessarily on her side. But I think there's things that she's definitely gotten wrong, and there's definitely some things that she's gotten right. Basically, she's an imperfect human being. But overall, she is a fucking annoying ass white witch. Feminist bitch. That's really what it boils down to. You're typical, right? You're typical. You have to find one thing before we proceed. But yeah, guys, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We always got something going on. Hit the like button. Show some love. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate having you guys here today. Just have to pull up this bookmark that I do have. Oh, I also did see this. Hold on. I will say, I did forget to bring this up in regards to Jonathan Majors. Now, like I said, I don't really know what's true, what's false. Does look bad for him. But, apparently, Jonathan Majors claims a new video witness proved he didn't choke his girlfriend. But, it's apparently they said, there's some sort of video footage that they also have that they did not put out there. So, we need to see the facts, But they actually do have, video images out there. Apparently, that's his girl, I'm assuming? Who knows, man? I just want to put that out there, though. We will see when it goes to the courts. So I do withhold my judgment, but things don't look too good. We'll see. But the final topic of discussion. I appreciate you, Genpachi. Revenant told me about this channel. Definitely cool. Like I said, I did know that you were mentioning, that you got, something going on in regards to something that you're making. Definitely hit me up on Twitter. Definitely would like to check out, what you got. It's always cool to see, small creators bringing stuff to the forefront. Words of Paradise, too, also has, his podcast where he does like to have creators on that are promoting something they got going on. So, could definitely maybe get in touch, have something, maybe, figure something out. We'll talk. But let me bring up this last thing we got going on. Unfortunately, a lot of people play Twitter, so I have to fucking scroll all the way down just to find this one fucking video. Let me go back. Now, in regards to Horizon. Yep, no problem, Words. I feel like that, any creator would be perfect for your pod that you got. So, Horizon Forbidden West released a DLC that still has yet to give Aloy any genuine character development. It has yet to make her character actually interesting. But what it does introduce is that Aloy's gay. Personally, whatever, man. You do. I'm just of the person that I've always wanted to like Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. I tried Zero Dawn. I can't get through that game. Aloy is such a shit character that I can't get through the game. Now, when it comes to this, look, here's what happens, guys. We're gonna put it out there. It's a spoiler alert. Aloy does find love in this DLC. And it is this girl. Now, guys, why can't we play as this fucking character right here? Why do we have to play as this fucking tomato-faced bitch Aloy? Why do we have to play as this tomato-faced white bitch? Why can't I play as a character like that? That character looks more interesting to me than Aloy has ever fucking been, just on a visual level. I would rather play as her. I want to play as Aloy's love interest. Can Aloy just be axed from canon? Who gives a fuck about Aloy? I've never cared about this character. She has kept me from being able to get interested in this world. I don't care that they're gay. I just think Aloy's a fucking piece of shit protagonist. And this is before she was confirmed as gay. And even after. I'm consistent with this shit. Whether she's gay or not, she fucking sucks. She's a shit character. Very uninteresting and boring. Oh my god, I'd rather play as this character. This character looks more interesting to me visually. And when they chose to just simply address Aloy's sexuality, I mean, this doesn't really fix her character. This doesn't make the game interesting to me. Matter of fact, it's just disappointing. Guerrilla Games has been constantly, they've been criticized because they don't really make depthful or interesting characters. It's been a very consistent issue for them. They can make these amazing worlds, they can have these beautiful visuals, they can have good gameplay. But characters that you can actually enjoy playing as or actually have some form of attachment to, this is not their strong suit. And I feel like this, in regards to making Aloy gay, this is just the biggest criticism of Horizon is the fact that Aloy's a shit character. Instead of addressing that and actually making her interesting, let's make her gay. Oh, man. Now it's like you have to deal with the delusional PlayStation fanboys that actually say that her character is good. Delusional PlayStation fanboys, man. They actually will argue that this character is good. I've dealt with these fucking console Kremlins that actually try and argue this shit. I've dealt with them. Now we have to deal with the LGBT mafia standing this bitch. A lot of them probably ain't even played the game. But they will probably start to fight with you on Twitter just because it's been confirmed that she's a part of the LGBTQ community, which is fine. I don't give a shit. But now it's like when you criticize this shit character for being shit, automatically you're going to be called a homophobe. So congratulations, guys. If you offered criticism about Aloy being a piece of shit character before she was confirmed as gay, well, now guess what? If you've been consistent on that front, you're going to be called a bigot. So prepare for that. I still stand on this shit. It's not because she's gay. I clearly said way before this happened that she is a piece of shit character. And just because now she has a love interest that happens to be the same gender as her, she's still a piece of shit character. She still sucks. Okay? She sucks clits and not, balls. She still sucks. Oh man, this just comes off like a cop-out. Instead of addressing the issue, let's get an extra line of defense for why our character development is shit. Oh, Zero Dozer. We're just talking about how making a character gay doesn't make them good. In regards to the Horizon series, in regards to Aloy as a character, I'd rather play as Aloy's love interest because she looks more visually interesting to me. This is a more interesting looking character to me. Damn it. Guys, I would rather play as this than play as that. That's what I'm saying here, guys. That's all I'm fucking saying. Who cares if Aloy's gay? I don't care. This character just fucking is uninteresting and trashy. This character actually looks visually likable. Why do we have to play as ugly bitches in gaming? Why? It's always the same thing. It's always this pasty or tomato face looking white bitch that just sounds annoying and literally has the personality of a plank of fucking wood. It keeps happening. That's why the one thing that I gave Forspoken, despite Forspoken being a pile of shit video game, is that at least even though the dialogue was garbage for the main character, at least she actually had, some oomph, some interest in her voice acting. That's the one thing I really do give Forspoken. But all the time in video games, especially from these woke fucking losers, it's always some fucking uninteresting, boring, annoying ass white woman that has no personality at all. Always. It never fails. It never fails. So I would rather, my biggest criticism of this whole situation is I'd rather play as this character than this piece of shit character. And I am not going to suddenly change my mind about Aloy because, now the LGBT mafia will come for me because now she's a part of it. No, she's garbage before this DLC and she's garbage after it. What a fucking disappointment because I want to like the franchise. I do. but I have to play as this shit. My bad. I was just finishing my rant. Let's see. Question. How do you feel about... Hold on. Yes, console Kremlins. I'm coining the term. That's what these motherfuckers are. Especially the ponies, man. Not for nothing. They're on both sides of the spectrum, okay? These fucking console Kremlins. And, yo, Doc Dark's trying to say that the Xbox consoles are shitty PCs. They are, but not in the way that he's talking about that shit. Console Kremlins, man. They are an epidemic in gaming. But Neozoic asks question. How do you feel about people's quote-unquote counter-argument of what about characters that have no in-depth character development like Mario, Kirby, Link, etc.? Well, those characters, like Link is supposed to be a tabula rasa. That is the proper term for Link because he's playing on purpose for the aspect of roleplay. Mario, I mean, there are games where there is character development, generally speaking. Mario is like he's the hero's journey character. I think that the new film purposely perfectly expresses that. Shout out to Words of Paradise with the awesome review of the Mario movie, by the way. Kirby, I mean, look, Kirby's cute as fuck. Kirby's cute as fuck. My best friend doesn't even play video games. She played the new Kirby game and she's obsessed with Kirby. She has like Kirby t-shirt. She loves. She won't give me back the Kirby game. I basically have had to play it through other means. She has like little Kirby amiibo. Like Kirby's just adorable as fuck. Wins over female gamers fairly easily. Aloy is not a tabula rasa. Her character's not designed to be that. She is in an action video game with RPG elements because, most PlayStation devs are too cowardice to take on a full-on legitimate RPG. So they go with the route of the over-the-shoulder action game with basic RPG elements. Either that or they just think PlayStation gamers are stupid. I don't really know. Hey, shout out to Alex vs. Evil for wearing the Kirby shirt. That's what's up, bro. Fucking Paradise, we love you, bitch. Oh, shit. Aloy, Kato, avocado. Yeah, her face is literally shaped like an avocado. Yo, Salty Butterbag says apparently you could play as Aloy's girl. You can't play as Aloy's girlfriend, but you can play with Aloy's girlfriend. Big yikes. That's not what I'm looking for, man. I don't need any of that shit. I just want to play as a character that I don't think is garbage. Aloy is a garbage character. Just does nothing for her character to make her character interesting. You're just gonna have the LGB mafia defending a piece of shit character. It doesn't matter whether she's gay or not. That really doesn't. That don't do nothing for me. That doesn't necessarily change my thoughts on Aloy at all. She still sucks. She sucked before this DLC, and she still sucks. I just want more likable characters. Look up Aloy concept art. Yeah, so apparently Aloy's concept art has more personality than Aloy herself, from what I'm seeing here. So, there's that. Definitely a lot more personality. I wouldn't mind a character that looks more like that. But we just ended up with a really bland ass looking character. They should have went with a better style to suit her as a character. Yo, they do want a pat on the head from the fucking Twitter weirdos. Of course they do. It happens every time, man. Honestly, Guerrilla Games needs to go back to making Killzone. Give us dark, decrepit, depressing video game. That's what I want. Yo, Salty Butterback says I smell Anita Sarkeesian behind this. Very likely. Very much likely. But I mean, if with this kind of style, I wouldn't mind, at all. Like this character has so much more style to her, man. Like this would have been dope as hell. What a boring fucking character she ended up being. Oh yeah, massive downgrade. No doubt, Spencer. Massive. I'm trying to have that Asian persuasion in Burning Shores, dog. Slate. No shame in your game. Slate says she's too feminine, that's why they made her butchy. Pretty much, man. Leave the tomboy to the tomboy, okay? Stop trying to make these garbage ass characters, and then they're not even tomboys, they end up being gay. Basically, I'm a unicorn in modern day. Neozoic says, by the way, I recommend looking up a documentary called Walt Disenchanted Kingdom, which is on YouTube. It's about 50 minutes and 5 seconds long. I think I've heard about that. I think I've actually been emailed about that, funny enough. I was kind of like, huh? I definitely should check that out, though. She looks like Marita from Brave in a game for adults. I believe I know what you're talking about. The redhead chick. Yeah, I mean, that could very well be where her character's inspired from. Wouldn't surprise me. Sony probably made them tone it down. Ugh, Disney. I mean, fucking Sony just sucks, man. Being interesting. Ugh. Like, their games just, a lot of them just feel so fucking generic. And it's like, I really appreciate that they do bring a level of quality to the table, but their games, a lot of them just feel fucking soulless, man. With, like, the exception of, like, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was awesome. A lot of fucking passion in that, you could tell. But, I mean, I just don't really have any interest in Horizon Forbidden West. It just feels like a soulless ass game with, beautiful graphics. But it just feels like it came off a factory line. What do you expect from California Sony? Very good question. Don't know if you've seen Zero Dawn. Aloy is Buffy Summers. No, Talana is better. Yeah, it's definitely a downgrade. Wouldn't be bragging about smelling a queen. Oh no. It's sad that concept art looks so much better than the official final look. Facts, Absolute facts. Yes, exactly. Like women aren't allowed to look like attractive, like look sexy. Like the thing is, it's like one of those things. Why can't we just have a variety? If you want a fucking tabula rasa of a woman, I mean, fine, but I mean, there should be women that have like sex appeal to them. There should be women that are like not don't have sex appeal. There should be tomboys. There should be gay females. There should be everything in between. But a lot of people, are expressing, dislike of Aloy being gay. That's, that's not something that we should go down. Like it is what it is. I mean, it's one of those things where in gaming now, a woman, if you're playing as a female character, apparently to most, it's very unheard of. It's very unacceptable to have a female protagonist have a male love interest because apparently that inherently puts them in, the lesser of spot. Because you have a bunch of developers that literally they're cowards. They're fucking cowards and they're easily distraught by the basic concept of a typical relationship. A relationship that is like a 95% of the time thing. They're bothered by that. That's something that they're uncomfortable discussing when they have a female protagonist. That just goes to show there's a lot of weakness in the games industry. When you can't do something that is done 95% of the time in real life, that's apparently bad. Most female protagonists in the West must be gay. That's really what it boils down to. Exactly. I don't mind a gay character, Sailor Mercury, but it's most of the time because they're afraid to have a straight character. Most like characters that are, I mean, shit. A character to me is straight until proven otherwise. But they'll have characters if they choose to not deliberately make them gay outright, then I mean, shit. They usually just don't have a love interest at all. Look at Tomb Raider in regards to the reboot with Lara Croft. She had Jonah as her main simp, her friend zoned simp. No love interest. Now apparently it got leaked out that they're gonna make Lara Croft gay. So be prepared for that shit, guys. A character that was not gay, that is one of the most iconic characters in all of gaming, is going to be gay. That's just what it is, because they can't have strong female protagonists that apparently have a love interest with a man. That's what they're fucking scared. They're fucking cowards. Yo, Drury, what's good with you, bro? So Sailor Mercury specifically says, I don't mind a gay character. I just hate that Aloy being gay is clearly done to pander. That is facts. They literally do that for pandering. The greatest criticism of the Horizon series was Aloy herself. And a way to have some form of protection to make the criticizers feel uncomfortable with actually, having a discussion about the main issue with this franchise is let's just make her gay to try and disincentivize criticism of the character. I'm here to say that when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, Aloy fucking sucked. She sucks now, and she will suck for the foreseeable future. She fucking is a terrible character. Doesn't matter if she's gay or if she's straight. It doesn't matter. The character, as she is designed, is an uninteresting pile of horseshit. I will keep it 100 with y'all. Oh, got the chick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, that's a cute sticker, by the way. Wrecked. Thank you so much for the $10, Gothic chick. I really shout out to Gothic chick. Always too kind. Always far too kind. agenda pushing over making quality products with passion. It keeps happening. It happens all the time. And it's like they always want to disingenuously mark fair criticism as bigotry. Every time, because they're fucking cowards. They don't want to address their problems. They just want to be congratulated for failure or for, for cold oatmeal. That's what a lot of these motherfuckers shovel in gaming. And they want to be congratulated for their cold oatmeal video games. Drury said, I'm good, just chilling out. Hey, that's what's up, man. We're almost at the end of the week, so stay strong. And helping everyone get through some entertainment, man. If your idea of a good Saturday night is to jam your chunk in a bag of Gophers, it's none of my business, so stop making it my business. Just want to play games. I agree with that, Salty. I mean, look, I'm not opposed to love interests in gaming. I'm not opposed to it. I have said for a while that, personally, I think Bayonetta and Jean would make a great couple. I've said that. Like, I think that they would be an awesome couple. It made sense to some extent. I felt as though maybe they would be. But it turns out that the creators made, Bayonetta and Luca thing. That's fine. I'm not bothered by that. I think that it should be cool. It should be cool to explore love interests in gaming. If it be whatever, as long as it makes sense and isn't forced and isn't too specifically pander. If it's just there, it feels genuine, it makes sense, then go with it, man. I don't care if it's between whoever. But when it's disingenuous, that's when I don't like it. Words of Paradise says, to me, a character is straight until said otherwise. Exactly. That's how 99% of people think. And that's exactly why they're forcing gay characters, because they don't like that people assume the norm. It's true. It's true. And you know what? I just do naturally assume that people are straight until they assess that with, either establishing that they're not. And I concede to that. That's completely fine. I respect that. Or if they start dating, the same gender, or whatever have you. They identify as otherwise. But it's perfectly normal to assume someone is straight until otherwise. Because that's what the mass majority of people are. These people don't want to admit to that, but that is just the reality of the situation. The mass majority of the 8 billion fucking people in the world. And I'm not talking about 60%. I'm talking in the 95% range. 95% of the 8 billion fucking people in the world are straight. It is what it is. So to assume that you stand a fucking 95% chance of being right. Bro. Neozoic said, J.R.R. Tolkien once said, evil cannot create anything new, only corrupt and ruin what good forces have invented or made. I agree. All these fucking disingenuous piles of shit that just want to ruin gaming, all they do is just hijack all the things that are beloved and sully them. Yes. You know what, man? If people want to think something malicious about me, then hey, go fuck yourself. It's really what it boils down to. Remnant says, shielding criticism with blatant pandering for weak people. Exactly. That's really what this is an example of. The main criticism was Aloy as a character just being not interesting, being boring. And it seems as though they're probably just using this to shield her character instead of actually addressing the problem. Do you see the Mega Man Battle Network has a disclaimer in it? I believe so, yeah. I believe in the second game or something. Look, and when it comes down to it, if they put a disclaimer in the game in order to avoid any sort of legality, but the game still remains as it was created, I'm fine with that. I could live with that. That doesn't bother me. as long as the game remains as it was created, its intention. Basically, Gothic Chick, it's along the lines of, like, you know, the company doesn't adhere to what is presented in the game, blah, blah, blah. As long as the game is not censored, if that's what you need to do in order to, you know, save your credibility, look, you know, whatever. Exactly, Sailor Mercury. I will, you know, the disclaimer itself is super cringe, but if it is to avoid censorship, fine. I don't mind that. I'm not going to sit here and bitch about a disclaimer. Sometimes it makes you roll your eyes a little bit, but hey, as long as the game, the creations, the piece of art stays as it was created, I'm fine with that. Because there's so much fucking censorship, man. Like, we gotta, like, to me, just the simple disclaimer is a win for me. It's a win for me. It's a win for the art form. Because at least that art that was created, it's a product of its time, remains as it is. That's kind of exactly why humans keep existing, because most of them are straight. That is the reality of the situation. Words of Paradise. A lot of people want to play God nowadays, and there are a lot of people that believe that 8 billion people on planet Earth is too much, and that something drastic should be done in order to, you know, terminate a lot of those people. Like, there's people in power that actually believe this. That's why they push for eliminating fossil fuels. Within like a couple of weeks, there would be mass death if we're not allowed to use fossil fuels. That is the reality. But for some reason, people keep pushing for the death of fucking millions upon billions of people by advocating for the elimination of fossil fuels right now. But people don't want to have that conversation. So I guess we're just going to continue to bullshit and actually listen to these fucking motherfuckers that actually genuinely want mass death. Are you on top of chat or all chat? Let me see, Crown Surge. Oh, with you calling me a homophobe? Love you, buddy. You just hating for no reason. That Trunks statue is huge, Cass. Yes, that's a big boy right there. I love my big boy future Trunks. Okay. The Japanese and the American disclaimer are different. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, like, look, man. There's certain things. You know, there's certain things. There's, you know, people think differently in every different country. So it is what it is. We always had gay characters, normal women body characters, and people of color. We always had this in video games. Truth. I would like for a Killzone to come back. I would like for it to come back and be extremely gory. Like, just give us a dark ass story, man. Same Aloy, less muscle, different hair. Yes, but at least Killzone has an edge to it. Like, I really like the dark sort of battle between two species. Like, that shit is like, at least I can get a multiplayer shooter out of it. That's like something I, you know, fucking can at least get behind. Something that PlayStation shouldn't have yeeted last generation. Just give me a damn freaking multiplayer shooter. A traditional multiplayer shooter. Whatever, man. Resistance, Killzone, whatever the fuck. Can I just get it? Killzone comes back and it's super politically correct, and everyone sucks it off. It changes its name to Shillzone. Pretty much, man. While Halo's on the ropes, take the crown. Yeah, Halo's rough, man. Halo's rough. There's really, like, this is the weakest, like, multiplayer's ever been. It's sad when I have to say Fortnite is the best multiplayer right now. I don't want to say it. But guess what? It genuinely is. It genuinely is because everything is so fucking bad. Is it true that Master Queef got his cheeks clapped in the Halo TV show? Or some shit like that? I haven't watched it. I have no intention of watching it. I mostly ignored it, but I heard something sus about the show. Heaven vs. Hell says, yes, the Great Reset, Cassie. Someone just dropped documentary that's great. Reset a few hours ago. Okay. Master Queef. Master Cheeks. I mean, like, yo, honestly, like, the industry and entertainment just hate men. They really hate, like, traditional realities, like, you know, men being men and women being women. Obviously, they want to mix and match and do everything else in between. Just fuck everyone's mind up. And that's why people are more disassociated than ever before. People are on all sorts of fucking, you know, mental stimulants of all kinds. People are more confused and lost than ever before. And it's going to lead to a generation of useless people. That's what it boils down to. Horizon Forbidden West has a lot of politics in it. I believe it. But I can't even get through Zero Dawn because of how fucking boring it is. So how boring the characters are of all kinds. If it be Aloy herself or the side characters, I'm so effing bored. Anime is king. It is. I will say, I think anime is definitely, like, you know, it's definitely tightened up a little bit. LOL. But didn't think the politics were that bad in Forbidden West. I mean, like, you know, if the world has, you know, the political, you know, aspect around it, I don't mind that. Just don't browbeat your audience. Yeah, definitely Damon's Ghost. I agree. I also like a little light political intrigue, specifically around that world. Though, too bad anime is gatekept by woke localizers and voice actors in the West. I agree with that. I agree. That's why I don't really. It's one of many reasons I don't really get into modern anime. I just kind of avoid it at this point. Yeah, I tried so hard to like Zero Dawn Revenant. I really did. Because I think it was a beautiful world. It had some intrigue to it. It was a different way to go about a futuristic world that I thought was cool. And I do like the robotic, you know, monster dinosaur types. I thought that was cool. But man, it's just the characters are all just terrible. Can I just play as the monsters and just destroy everybody? I feel as though that the main character and the side characters should all be the villains, so that way I can happily just murder them all. That's what I want to do. And it's crazy when people say Zero Dawn is better. That's crazy, bro. If Zero Dawn is better, that's why I just don't care. Like I wanted to like the games. I think that they're beautiful. I think that in terms of, like, you know, performance, visuals, like, you know, gameplay, I think a lot of that is really cool, but the story does not drive me to be interested. Characters do not drive me to be interested. Feel the same way, but characters, progression, and gameplay loop got boring fast. Yep. Although animes have their own problems, but they are nowhere near the same level as bad as Western entertainment. Yeah, the problem is, it's just like, you know, Western influence, they're trying to destroy anime. They're trying to change it. They blatantly spit in the face of the artists that create it in every way, and it's becoming more and more problematic. Sailor Mercury does bring up a great point. Localizers avidly try to censor and change the artist's work. as much as possible. And voice actors also want to change the artist's work. It is terrible. It's fucking insulting. These people should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Forbidden West has basic politics. It's like telling you how things work. Never played a TT RPG with Cass. She's a murderer. A murder hobo confirmed. I like what is it? Reverse horrors, I guess. Like those games intrigue me, where you play as like the villain and your goal is to just kill everyone. Like when you play as Jaws, like Jaws Unleashed, it's like a reverse horror, they call it. Those games are cool. Just freaking, swim around, eat people, wreak havoc. Very cool. Zero Dawn is not better. Gayloy's clone is kind of annoying in the sequel, but otherwise Forbidden West was superior. Visually speaking, Forbidden West is gorgeous, That bearded dude got sidelined in Forbidden West 2. That was the other thing that bugs me about the sequel. Forbidden West is kind of a retread and a uninterested stopgap to move the franchise forward. Cassie is wrong. What about? My apologies if I'm wrong. Please address me. Definitely would like to know what I'm wrong about. Did you ever play Maneater? Yes, Maneater is awesome. It was very, very entertaining. Spencer, thanks for coming through, bro. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. But guys, we definitely are on the cusp of finishing up the stream. That was just a few interesting things that at least I thought were interesting, no doubt. Thanks for the ride, Miss. Hey, Zero Dozer, appreciate you coming through. So, it was a good talk. It was a good conversation. Real talks here, man. Thank you so much, Alex Receival. Appreciate you. If you guys, if I can convince you, consider making a Kick, guys. Kick is an alternative to Twitch. It's pretty interesting. I do try to stream there at least twice a week, where I play video games, do react videos to pretty much whatever. Like Kick is cool because it's kind of like the Wild Wild West, so I can, do reacts to pretty much whatever without having to worry. Whereas, like, if I do live streams on YouTube, I definitely try to. I definitely don't do react videos unless I guess I have someone curate them to make sure that they're, acceptable. You guys know how YouTube is, so I figured Kick would be a cool alternative so that we can kind of just not be so, worried about whatever. Kick is wild. I mean, Kick, I haven't had any issue with Kick thus far, so I really can't complain on that front. If you guys would like to, engage in the live stream, have some fun, here is my Kick. Lately I've been doing react vids to, individuals that are in the Discord that drop react requests. And then we play some games. Been playing Mafia 2 lately. It's one of my all-time favorite games. If you'd like to be involved in the Discord, consider becoming a channel member. A basic membership gives you instant access to the Discord. So that's if you want to be a part of that. We do all sorts of shit. Obviously, react requests. We, freaking drop pet pics, memes, all that stuff. Gaming discussions, whatever. We do some watch parties for films. If you want to be involved in that, I try to set up some events. So that's definitely been fun. Yeah, guys, if you're new here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that. Really appreciate everybody that, shows love, comes through, hangs out with me. Just giving me your time, guys, means so much. It really does. For me, time's important. Everyone's got limited time on Earth. So you love supporting alternative meters. Same here, Sailor Mercury. I'd definitely like to check out alternatives. And Kick seemed interesting. It's new. It's kind of like, you know, the Wild West, do whatever you want. That's what's cool about it, you know? So that's what has my interest. Hey, Words of Paradise. I'm glad that you had fun hanging out. A good all says, thanks to Riley. Hey, appreciate you coming through. Always love talking with you guys in here while the queen spits facts. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Big hug to Words of Paradise. That's a good dude. Makes great content. Sorry it didn't come until the end, but it was fun. Dope Fett, I appreciate you just coming through saying hi, bro. Just you being here, man, means a lot. Obviously, I don't expect you to just show up like every time, you know, at the very beginning. Just you sharing any time here at all, having fun, the chat, saying hi. Like, I really appreciate that. The story of the total loss of the planet's M class and the extinction of all life on Earth, its rebirth, is more interesting than a persecutor story with the far zenith is running from AI. Okay. Music says the problem of anime I'm referring are a lot animes have the samey art style. I agree, which also kind of makes me uninterested. Some of the animes are a bit the same, not a lot unique, etc. I agree. I feel like, you know, anime kind of has more rules around it than it did like way back in the day. So you'd come across some really crazy anime. Sure, there's some outliers here and there. But overall, yeah, like anime kind of follows a pattern now more than it used to. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, anime I think is more interesting than a lot of, you know, Western entertainment. So there's that. But guys, also I'm gonna throw my Twitter in here if you want to keep up with everything I got going on. It's probably the best place to find me since I post everything there. Great fun stream as always. Take care, Cass. Hey, Neozoic, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through as well, Salty Butterbags. I do also, real quick, guys, want to give a shout out to the channel members. Really appreciate y'all. Shout out to Ivan Rich, Slaglord, Hustle Motivate, Our Carry, Get This Work, AB Limits, Alex vs. Evil, RC Scott, John Shepard, Orange Hat Reviews, Gray Early, Admiral Teague, Hargeet Chennai, Words of Paradise, Damon's Ghost, Tokyo TZTV, Slade 4K, and Adriano Italiano. Really appreciate you guys, man. Also, thank you so much, Gothic Chick, for the $10 sticker. Means a lot. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Alex, for coming through. Neo Zoic, Salty Butterbags, Crown Scourge, Damon's Ghost, Heaven vs. Hell, Words of Paradise, Dope Fett. Let's see. Obviously, Sailor Mercury, Goodall, Zero Dozer, Spencer, Dope Fett. So many dudes. Revenant, obviously, much love to you, Rev. Man, so many people came through. Really appreciate you guys. It was a great talk. If I missed anyone, Slade 4K, obviously. Thank you so much, fam. Drewy, Andrew Drew as well. If I missed anyone, obviously I'm sure I did. So many good people came through. Big Burr also came through. Shout out to Big Burr. The Lemonade King as well. Oznot too. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate y'all. If I missed anyone, it's not intentional. Obviously, I appreciate everyone that came through. Like I said, if you're new here, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Always got something going on. And yeah, guys, that's about it. So, with that being said, I'm out. Peace. Have a good night. Be safe. Prepare and have fun for the weekend, everyone.